They nerfed villagers in the next update, and it's already here in snapshot. And from now on, it's much harder to get any books that we all loved. You can never get protection 4 from a villager. And for every cool book that we have, you have to trade in a different biome. Now obviously we're gonna still need all of those books. We need protection. We're still gonna need full enchanted gear. So if you want to make a trading hall, you would have to move every villager from every biome where you got them. And as you know, when you move villagers, they tend to run away, they tend to die, and there is a bug in the last release that makes villagers go back to their bed again and again. I have a dozen videos showcasing how to move villagers anywhere, but some of the tricks don't work anymore because of the new update. So how do you safely and efficiently move a villager from every biome and make them not run out back? Today I'm gonna show you how to get every single villager from every single biome and move them to your base. We're gonna use multiple strategies, multiple plans to find the best way and fastest way to get all the books that you want, including the best trades to upgrade those villagers, how to find all of the biomes, and what biome is responsible for what book. Make sure to watch this video till the end because it's packed with value. So we're gonna have a completely new book trade system, and we need to find a way how to max out a librarian. And if we just move a villager from a new biome to our base and then try to upgrade him, he might not have the right price for the right book that we really need. So we'll have to upgrade them on the spot and then somehow move them while they're already master level. We need 1 librarian from each biome, so we need to find different villagers, and here's an easy way to do it. In survival mode, you just type seed, copy this number, you can just click on it, then open seed map, and it's gonna show you all of the biomes with all of the villages, and then we could plan our route. But it is kind of cheating. So there's 7 biomes that we need villagers from. Plains, snow, but also desert, jungle, savanna, taiga, and swamp. Now in jungle and swamp we actually don't get villages, so we will have to move our villagers there and breed them, which is a huge task. So we will have to hunt a specific book every single time, and before we do that, we should probably choose what book we need. So the most efficient way would be actually to try to enchant 2 tools, then combine them into ones and see what kind of enchants you will get, because if we're gonna combine 2 protection 3 books to get protection 4 sugarcane, we will not be able to enchant all of the books together because that will just become too expensive. So how do you search for biomes? Well, we gotta go up high. First find the highest elevation that you can get, then increase your render distance to the maximum and reduce the simulation distance to the minimum, just so we can see far without having everything lag real badly. So we already can see a snow village over there, which is nice. But snow librarians give you only looting and silk touch. What if we need fortune? So we have to look around and try to find a place that has regular spruce trees, and it seems like that place has regular spruce trees. I hope there is no snow. So we're gonna remember the direction and just go there. Now I would recommend to get a book and quill, which is pretty easy and cheap to craft. You just need 1 leather, 3 sugarcane, 1 quill, and a feather. So before we do anything, we just have to explore and find our villagers and the biomes that we need. Well, it is kind of snowy here, but we're gonna try to go up and just check again. Yeah guys, there's snow literally everywhere. Ooh, some iron. So if you do find some village, you will have to trade up locally, get a villager ready, and then move them back. So there's 2 ways that you can get what you want. If you just need 1 book, let's say silk touch for 1 pickaxe, you can just trade up the villager here, get the book and just go away. You don't have to move any villagers, you got your silk touch, and then you can come back and get another one whenever you need it. If you just write down the coordinates in the book that you just made previously. Or if you didn't, you can just write down coordinates here by just pressing F3, opening chat, and writing down your coordinates. The problem is, if you're gonna quit the game and then relog in, those numbers will just disappear. But what if you want to make a trading hall and villagers keep running back? I actually spent like 3 hours yesterday testing why villagers are going back, and it is a bug in the last update. So even if you break the bed, the villagers will always go to the previous bed, and if it's not there, then to the previous bed, and if it's not then to the previous bed. So we can't move villagers with beds anymore, unfortunately. But there is something that we can do. So if we want to move a librarian after he's maxed out, By the way, it takes exactly 2 stacks of paper to make the first trade. After you traded with him, he cannot change his job ever again. Even if you break his workbench, he's still gonna stay a librarian because you traded with him already. And he's not going to be distracted with any other type of work because he's a librarian. So just with an axe you can place lectern, break lectern, place lectern, break lectern. This will take ages, right? So just keep watching. Now, what to do if you did not find a village, or if it's a swamp or a jungle? Then we will have to bring the villagers here. So how do we do that? Again, there's 2 ways. You can take advantage of the river. So if you have a villager, just put him in a boat and find a way to your base using rivers. Now, as you ride through, you will see that between biomes or between chunks of biomes, there's always this cut that goes through. Rivers are going through all of the biomes, they're everywhere. And if you just find an edge of a chunk of land that you're standing on, you will see this decrease in elevation and you will find this river. Sometimes it can be dry. This elevation can go up above the sea level and you don't have the rivers anymore. But if you just move your villagers a little bit further through that place, you will find the continuation of the same river. Remember that we can't really use beds anymore. If you found the right biome pretty close to you and you found the river that takes there, then it would be a good idea. But what if it's thousands of blocks away? There's only one way to move villager that's left that actually still works with super long distances, and that's through Nether. And the reason why it works, because you're placing all of the beds on Nether roof or in the Nether, so villagers cannot pathfind back to the previous bed because it's in a different dimension. Why we go through Nether? Because it's 8 times closer to move villagers in Nether than it is in the overworld. So you're going through the portal, you're breaking the Nether portal that it just created. Hold F3 and press G to see the chunks. Now remember, you have to build the same portal in the same chunk. Press F3, and when it says chunk, you will see these numbers. And as you can see, wherever I walk, it's still the same numbers unless I go into a different chunk. Remember that. That's how you're gonna make sure that you're gonna make the portal literally in this chunk. So we're going all the way up. But hey, how to go on a Nether? Here all you need to do is to find a block that you will look on top of you that will show number 227 on top right. That means that's air above that block. Then you will need ender pearl and a ladder to get on top of it. But hey, what do I do if I don't have an ender pearl? This video shows you how to go on top without ender pearls. Now let's continue. Now obviously you're pressing shift, you're pressing spacebar, then you're pressing W, and then you shoot ender pearl through the corner and then jump, and you're on top. Now let's find the place. It was -3 and -4. Don't pay attention to the middle, that's elevation. So if I'm gonna make a portal here, it's gonna connect to our portal. Let's check it. Perfectly connected. And then let's say we want to move villagers real far away. You're just gonna make sure that you're gonna place a bed the villager will be able to access unless they go through the portal. Then you're gonna load the portal. So portal on this side exists. Or if you want to have this portal somewhere specific, you can just do the same thing on the other side and just make the same portal. Oh, look at that, we have a village there. Let's actually go to that village and move all of those villagers. Breaking portal, making a portal here. Then breaking all of the beds. Now that bed is the only one that we have. So if we're just gonna use the bell, yep. Let's add some more. Oh, actually, I didn't load that portal, so they can't go through. It's a little bit further. So we're just placing a bunch of beds all the way to the other portal, making the same structure on this side. And then starting to move the villagers. And now they have to go. This guy will turn back literally once he realizes there's no bed over there. Unless I forgot to... yeah. Just have the belief. You just have to believe in yourself. Yeah, I don't care that you picked up the job. You're gonna forget about it anyway. Now just continue the bell. Oh, someone went through, unfortunately. Just breaking the beds one by one, adding bells. And we have villagers in the jungle. Now what you want to do here is to make a hole that they are not going to be able to run out from. Place a bell and do the same thing again, so they all come down and fall into that hole without even thinking about anything. The next thing that you want to do is to make that hole bigger and probably safer, so no zombies and other mobs can attack them. Place bunch of beds. Break the blocks from beneath so they can't run away. Place as many beds as you can, because amount of the beds will be equal to the villagers that we're going to have. Give them some carrots. Now, how much? As long as there is no farmer, every single patch of 12 carrots will be responsible for 1 villager. So if you want to have 5 villagers, yeah, just 1 stack, and at some point you will make a villager. Well, that was fast, and this is a regular villager. What biome are we in? Bamboo jungle. Now, somehow, the first baby villager was plain, but this one is finally jungle. That's confusing and unfair, so you just know that you need a lot of carrots with you. They also eat bread that you can make out of hay bales that you can find in the villages. But it's 3 pieces of bread instead of 12 carrots. Now, they punch these villagers a lot, so that's why they're so expensive. So the fastest way to trade up villager to a master would be to trade paper, because spending 9 emeralds is just too expensive. And here's everything that you need to max out 1 villager. We got some feathers from killing all the chicken on the way here. We need 23 ink sac, I will show you a little bit later why. 39 books that you can get. The easiest way to get books is from Stronghold, honestly. Just find the Stronghold, find the library, and just take all of the books that you want. You're gonna need them anyway. Don't breed and kill cows for like 2 days in a row. After trading paper, we got more emeralds, and now we're selling books. Be careful to not buy too many things at once. You just need to update the guy. We still have 15 books. The next trade is ink sac. Or you also can buy glass. Ink sac is kind of more expensive if you compare between the two. So you can sell literally 4 sets of ink sac, getting even more emeralds, 27. We still have 3 and 3. Now we're gonna let them update. And the next trade is book and quill. Now we're making book and quill, just 3 books, 3 feather, 3 ink sac, and look how expensive this is. You just need 3 of them, and then you either can just sell another book, or you can buy some glass. And just like that, unbreaking 2 from a jungle librarian. Now, to be clear, you probably need 2 of those books and probably actually 30 of these books, so you might want to move this villager home or be able to at least buy 2 of them. We also got Featherfallen 4, which is pretty neat. Now we will move this villager same way how we got him here, through the same nether portals that we already have created. But instead of beds, we will be using lecterns. Now here's a quick test. If I break this lectern, will it go back to the previous lectern? Because it's a bug with beds, that has to go away. So jungle gives you unbreaking 2, power 3 and feather 4. Because you know, jungle trees, you keep falling down, so you need feather 4, and the strings that are made from vines are real strong. And because of these huge trees, the terrain is also pretty strong, so all the minerals are also stronger. That's why it's unbreaking. But again, increase the render distance and check out what else you will find. Now, if you need protection 3, it usually happens in plains, and you have to see this tiny boring bit that has nothing in it, lame opening with no trees, no nothing. That's plains. That's where you can find village, or just move your own villagers and get it there if you don't find anything. We also have savanna that usually has acacias, mountains, and really ugly grass. Pretty easy to notice. Do we have anything else in here? Now, these forest biomes usually are connected with plains. We even can see a village right there. So acacia trees are pretty thick, so villagers in that village learned how to make their tools sharper, so they have sharpness 3 books. It's the lore. If you build up to this elevation, make sure to not fall down, by the way, in your survival world. Now, if we will see any snow from here, we will know that we can get looting 2 or even silk touch. That's what you get from snowy biomes. If we will see any spruce, we would be in taiga biome that gives us fortune 2, and you might even find a villager somewhere that's blended in with all of the trees. And of course, if we find swamp, we will be able to get books that are connected with water, because swamp is literally covered with water. So that will be Depth Strider 3, Respiration 3, and also, because everything is wet here, everything is being spoiled real fast, so people learned how to fix everything, so that's why they can sell you some mending books. And you can notice these swamps because they're always on a sea level, and there's a lot of vines going on the sea level, on short oak trees. Now, if we're talking about upgrading this guy, you might run out of emeralds, and you just need maybe 12, maybe 16, and that will be enough to keep you going and get the book that you wanted. Now, what if you're out of emeralds? These are all of the villagers that you can trade with the best trades that are possible in Minecraft. But the most fun part comes here. You can sell 160 clay balls per 16 emeralds to this guy. It's the first trade. 160 clay balls come from 40 clay blocks. You will need 1 piece of iron to make this cutstone workbench. And for 16 emeralds, all you would have to do is to find 3 patches of clay in any type of river. Let's say you just get doors, place in doors, go to survival. This is already 116 clays of balls. You just need 50, you just need 1 more patch. Oh, there it is, and there it is. So this is officially the fastest way to get 16 emeralds. It took like 2 minutes. Because rivers, oceans, water is everywhere. But there's still 2 biomes that this trick is not gonna work because, well, there's no water. That will be desert, even though there's a lot of rivers next to it. And snow. And if that's the case, with a desert, you can literally get some glass, smelt it, sell it to this guy, which takes 2 stacks of paper. Or just use sticks. Now, a lot of players over the years are still thinking that villagers are idiots, especially when it comes to moving. But let's be real for a moment. If people who live on our planet would not be idiots, why do we need fences in real life that stop us from going to stupid places that are too dangerous for us, especially in parks or on our balconies? Literally everywhere. Villagers are not stupid, they are realistic. If you found value in this video, maybe you will find more value about real life on any of my social media accounts that you like. It's not about Minecraft, but I would really appreciate it. And in this video, I'll show how to continue your hardcore world if you died without any cheats, without any backup world required. We're exploiting everything.